Mail
Testing,
time,
testing.
mail time, mail time, mail time. Yeah, we sound good. We sound good. We
Yeah.
sound just about as good as we can with
There we
Amy
go.
Grace in the building.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
This
she's
is-
blowing us out the water.
This is about
With
as
her
good as I can
strong-ass voice.
sound on a microphone. with
Yeah, we can feel her essence. You know, you guys know she's here. You don't even see her. Yeah. All right.
Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Yeah, welcome to Learning Things with Kyle and Phil. I'm Phil,
And I'm Kyle.
and this day, this episode, I don't know why I said
this
day.
day,
Yeah, it sounds so declarative, right? On this,
well, it makes sense for the
on this morn, we have an amazing musician, singer, and just lovely person, and kind of building mate, not roommate. We don't live in the same apartment, but she's in my building. Amy Grace, everybody.
Amy Grace.
Yeah, holy long walk for a short drink of water that was, but
Yeah.
this is a really fun episode. She's really dope. We talk about a lot of different things. Basically, like we talk about what we would be doing if we didn't choose the creative routes that we did. We talk about her origins, growing up in small town Maplewood, New Jersey, her humble beginnings,
the intricacies.
Yeah, dude. We only do one take, guys. I hope you know. This
The
is all staying
intricacies
in.
of jazz music, which I thought was a lot of fun to talk
Yes.
about. How it's not for everybody, and
Yeah.
the scene here in New York a bit, and that was
Yeah, and
that was
how
really
basically like New York is a real like kind of staple for jazz, and has a whole community that no matter what happens in music, it'll always be here. So we speak about that. We talk about her and her family, kind of all being creative, and how they used to ride around with her mother like the Partridge Family, and perform for the king and all his men.
She's just a totally great person.
Amazing
man. I think that was
person.
a ton of fun. It was such a pleasure to meet her and have a nice, open, honest conversation with her. I would love to meet her mother. I want to paint with your mom.
Yeah,
I want to
Yeah.
go play in
Now
your,
it makes
in
it
your
sound
yard.
vaguely sexual. You're
But
like, I
it's
wanna,
not at all.
I want to
though. I
paint your
literally
mother.
just want to. Yeah. I want to be. I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to be 4 again, and literally just like come over to your house.
Yeah,
Have these plays and all these, like all the easels
yeah.
that one can imagine.
Like
just set up for me.
Amy, you're gonna get to know her in the episode, and as far as childhood goes, she gives off the energy of somebody who had gushers at her house.
Oh yes,
one
unlimited
of those kids.
unlimited
Unlimited
gushers, and fruit
gushers.
roll-ups.
Fun mom. You can watch Pulp Fiction at 7. Like one of those houses. Just good vibes, man. All good vibes, and you're gonna see it, and you're gonna enjoy it. So maybe we should get into this episode.
Absolutely, let's do it. We'll see you in class. Thank you for
See
tuning
you
in.
class. All right. Peace.
I feel you. So you like the emotional journey of sports?
I like the emotional journey of sports. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, just the idea that people even came up with like these games.
It's
that
fucking
for
weird.
Boredom, and it got really carried away with it.
It's fucking crazy. I was never into sports as a kid, but now I like them because it's just like when you're a kid, I think you put too much pressure on yourself. You don't know
I guess
what
that's
choices
true,
to make
yeah.
and stuff. I was just freaked out. I didn't like.
Are you gonna live up to your father's or your
mother's expectations?
Exactly, like all that shit. Like,
You're not doing ballet or playing football.
I loved that pressure.
oh my god, yeah.
I live
It's
that
like,
pressure.
fuck,
I
honestly,
miss that
even smaller than that, man.
I
like
miss that pressure. I need to get another father just here in New York just
Yeah.
to fucking make me feel like I gotta live up to his expectations.
Yeah, Kyle's looking for a dad.
Yeah. All the daddies, please reach
If
out.
there-
My
If there are any daddy adoption
Would pay for
agencies.
that. You get the wrong people.
Oh yeah, you get
getting to you that.
real weirdos.
Daddy.
Yeah, right. What are you doing?
I've
Hold
dealt
on.
with those. So he's trying
Hold
to get.
on.
He's trying to
Sorry,
get in my.
what's-
He's trying to get in my rice and my chicken. God damn it, Mo!
So there's a
Get
guy
out of
with
there.
A bag of rice or something.
Sure.
We're just gonna put it in the fridge and eat
As
it.
long
Like
as
nothing
Mo's filthy paws can't fucking steal my food.
You heard me. You heard me.
I can't blame him though. That food fucking smells amazing. As soon as I smelled that shit, I was like, all right, I see you. I was like, I get it. You know? Yeah, I never played sports really. Well, actually, no, I played sports in like in high school. I played football. I was actually
Really?
yeah. I played football though junior and senior year of high school.
He was the manager of the team.
Yeah, fuck you.
Just tell a boy.
I was actually a lineman. Can you believe that?
Really?
Yeah.
I can believe that.
Yeah. Thank you. That was the least convincing. Like, yeah, totally.
Oh, I guess.
For a bad football team, yeah, I could believe that you would be
For sure.
part of a ragtag group of young children from New Jersey. Yeah, I can see that. You'd be in one of those 90s sports movies of a team
Remember-
that sucks that wins the championship.
You're straight out of Remember the Titans, baby.
Yeah.
He like makes the goal.
Yeah, I'm the kid who makes the goal in fucking Little Giants or,
Yeah,
you know.
the whole time everyone's like, why is he on the team?
Yeah, I'm fucking Goldberg or some shit from Mighty Ducks.
So Goldberg like really got into drugs apparently.
Yeah, he's a
Like
severe
that. Like,
drug
yeah.
addict,
Yeah.
which happens in show business.
Yeah. Kid
yeah.
star, he peaked at 12 years old.
He peaked at 12. It's tough out there.
That was Goldberg.
Yeah, man. Guys, you know, I'm just gonna talk to the cameras like they're people. Guys, this is introducing Amy Grace over here. Clap it up for her. She is an amazing singer and part of Big Village, Little City, which is a
Yeah.
funk hip hop band. I guess I would
Yeah.
say, kind of. You
Yeah,
know,
it's like a funk, brass, New Orleans hip hop
just ill shit.
vibe. Yeah,
They make ill
Party-
shit. Parties.
party dance, good time.
They do festivals.
Yeah.
They have like a whole like 4-horn fucking like lineup and shit. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. There's a goddamn marching band on
A lot of
stage
energy, yeah.
really?
whenever they perform. Yeah.
Shit.
We've done like marching band
Okay.
stuff too, like on a megaphone. Like,
Yeah.
straight have a megaphone and we're marching and shit.
Dude, talk
I-
about some shit, man. Like she's
I may have seen you. Do you guys perform in the streets around New York?
No, we haven't in a while. We
Okay.
have before though.
Okay, yeah. I may
Yeah,
have
there's
seen
a
you.
lot.
I've definitely seen a couple bands like that
Yeah,
marching through the streets.
especially through COVID, the whole
Yeah.
brass thing,
Yes.
marching
Oh,
brass
has
thing
gotten
kind of
bigger now.
exploded.
It
yeah, It really
exploded.
did. Yeah.
You imagine you're like a trumpet player and all the gigs
I know.
disappear.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
annoy the fuck out of me every
What the
time.
hell?
Marching instruments, yo.
Yeah.
What up, sousaphone, homie?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Every time I'm-
Guy, like,
Dude, there's like a couple comedy
Yeah.
shows that have had like brass bands and stuff with them too.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean,
There's
used
just so
to.
much energy too. Like you can't deny. Like
It's
Have-
amazing.
I'm having a nice like Greek dinner and I have a
Yeah.
fucking trumpet blowing in my ear.
It's a lot, but it's amazing, though. Like there's
No,
a
they're
reason
pretty
New
cool.
Orleans
They're-
does it all the
They're
time.
they're fun.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah,
You know?
hell yeah, yeah.
It's literally their funerals.
Yeah,
Someone
that's-
died.
Yeah, let's all party.
I used to see that shit like every week when I was bartending over at Pastis. Like every other night they would
Yeah.
come by. I'm like,
Really?
these guys again. They're
And they
back.
do like a marching
They're
band,
back.
like from.
Love that shit.
Yeah, there's like 5 or 6 people in a little band.
That's cool.
Dude on a drum, dude on a trombone, trumpet.
What's this place called? Pastis.
Pastis over in the meatpacking district.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
Why'd you say it with such a lack of confidence? I feel like you said it so quickly. Pastis. It was in the meatpacking. You didn't want
I
to.
don't talk about that time
Be
of my
proud
life.
of. Be proud of your bartending
Yeah.
aristocratic
Definitely didn't kill
Manhattan
a man
scene.
at Pasties.
Okay.
Aristocratic.
You sing it from the mountaintops.
Pasties
I was at
sounds
Pastis
fancy.
in the meatpacking district.
They paid like 12-piece bands to roll through for 10 minutes.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, it's funny. Every time I would come out of work around like midnight or even within the past like 2 months, right on the corner of 12th and Washington over in the meatpacking district, there's a band that plays. And there's like a whole ass crowd coming from the little bars and clubs surrounding it
Yeah.
in the streets that are just jamming at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a cool
an energy,
vibe.
dude. That's a
Yeah,
vibe,
yeah,
man.
we're in the
Cool vibe.
bars
Hell
closed
yeah.
And everyone's wasted at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, man.
Where do we go? There's just like
This is a giant
marching
brass
band,
band.
yeah.
That's fucking amazing. Yeah, you made it sound like someone in the marching band like wronged you. Like you didn't want to bring them up.
They were
You're
just
like, oh,
serving
like
my
tuba players.
peace.
Yeah, you're like I don't talk about that time.
They've disturbed my pace for a long
It's my birthday
time.
party.
Yeah. Right.
You know how hard it is to make cocktails while you have a trumpet blowing in your face? No, I'm just kidding. Have you ever performed in New Orleans, though?
A little bit. I've never
Nolans, sorry,
officially,
Nolans.
officially
Yeah.
performed, but I've like sat in
Gotcha.
performances.
You
or,
you
yeah.
watched with a pen and a pad.
I took notes.
Throw your hair this way.
Like
They love
musical
that.
notes.
No.
Yeah, I went there for Jazz Fest a few years ago and just like sat in with some of the performances, but I've never like
like been like
had
really
a show
done it.
there.
Yeah.
I've only been there like once or twice. So.
Yeah. Well, you used to
I would
sing
love
it.
to. I would love to just have a string of shows, like just go there.
Have you ever toured like before? I know you've done like festivals and stuff, but have you ever just like bounced from like city to city?
Yeah, I've toured the whole East Coast pretty much.
Wow, okay.
And my band did like a bunch of like the Wanderlust festivals, which went into Canada and Quebec.
Oh, okay. So now you're
yeah.
international now.
Yeah,
Look
we're
at
international.
you. Hell yeah.
We needed passports. To
Yeah. That's awesome. Like, so what, like, because I've traveled a little bit for comedy, but that's just like you're just alone from like motel to motel. What is it like to
Yeah.
travel as a musician with this giant group,
Yeah,
this
I'm almost
Ninja Turtle
jealous.
squad
Yeah.
of like it's just
It is.
it's literally
Like
just
the
her and just
Turtle Man.
like 15 dudes.
Yeah.
You know?
Trumpets.
Playing taps every morning,
Yeah.
waking up every hotel guest playing
Exactly,
playing
like-
taps.
You guys must be playing like fucking trumpets and bongos at 4 a.m.
It is crazy traveling with a bunch of people though. Like I dream about like what if I just like had a solo act and I
Just
could
hit the road and just.
get in the van. Like
Hell
What if I go in the
yeah.
car and
I
just
have to tell, like,
drive?
10 people what the schedule is. and
Yeah.
Wrangle anybody.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah, you can do that. You
Yeah,
should.
man.
Yeah. That's the next move.
Absolutely.
I mean-
it's everybody's next move.
That's kind of why I do comedy.
By myself.
You know, you can just do it by
That's right.
yourself, dude.
Yeah.
But
I
you know.
grew up in a big family. I have 4 brothers,
Mm.
and everybody in my family is a musician. So it's almost like my whole
Mm.
life has been
big
being in a
things.
van with like artist boys,
Yeah.
musical people.
Yeah.
My parents would take us to some of their gigs out of town if it was like a family-friendly event or something.
That's awesome. What if
So
it wasn't
kind of, like,
family friendly?
normal, yeah.
What?
They just left us
What
at
sexy
home.
songs were your parents singing?
It usually was. They were in like a Dixieland straight up like jug band. So
Oh, really?
it's usually a family friendly event.
That's
So,
awesome.
Like, ain't she sweet shit?
Was
Wait, what song is that?
Yeah, sing it up. Ain't she sweet?
Ain't she sweet? Just walking down the
Hey, confidentially, ain't she
street.
Oh, ain't she
We-
nice?
Yeah.
We
Think she's
you probably
I
shouldn't
sang-
sing more of this.
Song.
I sang that for my grandmother for her 95th birthday.
Are you serious?
I have a video I could show you
Oh my
right now.
God.
We're gonna get
My friend played it on
Holy
ukulele, and we
shit.
did a duet. And
we're gonna
sang
get a
that for
cease and desist
That's
letter from the writer of Ain't She
probably
Sweet.
loved
Yeah,
it.
right.
I did not own the rights. to
We
this.
sang more than 15 seconds of Ain't She
Fucking,
Sweet.
yeah.
Now we're
Who
now we're gonna
wrote
get a hit.
Ain't She Sweet?
Just cast an eye
someone.
Cole Porter.
in her direction.
Yeah, someone who saw someone sweet as hell.
Oh me,
I
oh
was like, I gotta
my.
write that shit.
Ain't that perfection? Oh,
Yeah,
I can see.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fun. I'm going to see her next weekend for her 95th birthday celebration.
That's amazing.
And you're gonna sing that to her?
Mhm.
Ain't she
Maybe.
You should.
Yeah,
You know, fuck it.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
she's
God.
90 fucking 6,
I
man.
might have to plan that shit.
Or 95.
95, yeah.
Dude, that
Yeah.
song is just the old version of like, look at that ass.
Yeah, it's just fucking hot as hell.
Look at that ass.
She's a brick.
It's like literally like I ask you very confidential. It's like
Right,
dude
right,
being like, yo,
Yeah.
shit.
All those songs from like the 20s to the
They're all the
50s
same,
are all
yeah.
like little nasty, little
Yeah.
perverted, but
Oh,
like
yeah, but
But like-
super.
Honeysuckle
Well,
Rose,
you
are you
can't-
kidding me?
can't hang out with her at her home. You gotta take her to the movies.
Yeah.
Like it's like
If you want to skip, scoop, doo doo bop, you gotta be.
skip dop dooby doo dop.
Yeah.
Dude,
Don't
the
mean a
fucking
thing if she ain't got that swing.
code word for
Swing was
smash.
anal. I don't know if you
Yeah,
knew that.
swing was anal.
I don't know if you knew that.
Swing was anal. Scoop, scoopity boop bop.
Everything.
Slang for smashing
All the songs
and
are
fuck.
just got it.
They're all about anal, dude. Every single one of those old timey standards.
I'll make it work.
There you
That's
go.
a real song.
Oh man, do you think? I feel like you would do well in like the past.
That reminds
You
me
have
of the Museum of Sex.
like an old vibe. I also could see you like hair done in that
old
way.
school.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, you just
You got-
are like an old school person.
You got to go perform at like the Django or some shit. Have you ever performed at the Django
I
in
don't
the
think
Roxy
I
in
have.
Tribeca?
I don't think I have.
She's
no.
performed at
Damn.
Tavern on the Green.
Oh,
in,
beautiful.
Central
I
Park.
did the
Yeah.
jazz brunches at Tavern
She
on the
does, yeah.
Green.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
I told you she's legit,
Yeah.
man.
Hell
She like really
yes.
does this shit.
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
do like jazz quartet shit and like jazz standard stuff.
That's
What's
Yeah.
different? Can
super
you
cool.
kind of give us a little bit of an explanation on that? Like the quartet type stuff. Like, are there any horns in that? Is there a guitar? What's
no,
the?
that's usually I play
Break
with
it
just
down.
like bass, drums, and I do it on vibraphone,
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
xylophone, basically.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Pedals.
I know what
I
you're
have,
talking
like,
about.
two mallets.
Yeah, the big
Heavy
ass
vibes.
things, yeah.
Heavy vibes.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's the group I was doing Tavern on the Green with, and then
That's
other
sick.
things just like like bass guitar, drums,
Yeah.
singer, lounge vibes.
See, this is cool because
Super
Yeah.
cool.
I've known her for a while, so it's like we always talk about this stuff, and we, she's done some events in the basement because we kind of do shows here sometimes and everything like that. And you
Yeah.
do take it very, very seriously.
I do.
So I've always been excited to like really, really like hear you like truly talk about all the shit you do and like your process.
Really?
Yeah, because it's like it's different when we're just talking to each other.
That's true. Yeah.
But like so. What is that like? Like, how did you even get started with your whole band? I know your parents,
yeah,
do
and
stuff, but
I always sang, and I did a lot of theater and musical theater. I like straight up went to like theater school
Yeah.
after high school, like conservatory.
oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did musicals and shit, and
Mhm.
and then it just wasn't like the music I wanted to sing. Like I'm very theatrical and like performing and I
Mhm.
sing, but like I'm not trying to sing like Oklahoma. Or,
Yeah, or like
even like modern musicals, are
Even, like,
cool,
Hamilton,
But
it's
even
like,
that, it's
Yeah.
a musical, yeah.
Oh, so cheesy. I fucking hate it, man.
Yeah, even musicals like Rent, which are like awesome. It's still not
Yeah.
like the natural way I'm gonna sing, or
Mhm.
Yeah, I get it though because you have the
Yeah.
perfect voice for it because your voice is very strong. Like it is, like it sounds great, but it's also too. There's people who can sing, but their voice doesn't always have as much power. Like they can't really like without a microphone have people
that,
hear
like,
them in the
belty
back.
shit, yeah.
You know what I
can
mean?
tell I,
You
like,
can do that shit.
Yeah.
sang musicals when I was a kid.
Yeah, easily. I used to.
Yeah.
I like listen to musicals and shit. I love musicals. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And another weird
Mm.
thing about like musical theater, doing it professionally, is I don't really sound the way I look. Like everyone's always like, "I wasn't expecting you to sound like that."
Really?
And in musical theater, you have to like look and sound. You have to be like a
Yeah.
whole character. Like if you look like a 16-year-old girl on
You have to
stage, you should
sound like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
everyone's
that's
always like, "Oh, your voice is so much like bigger, or a big girl, or
I
big
never
little
thought
girl,
about
big
that.
voice, blah blah blah." Like,
Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
Yeah,
I've
but
never
if you
known
think
that
about
people
it,
would say that to you.
yeah.
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 Huh. That makes sense though. You're right. It's like because they're the character. They're
Yeah.
not just themselves. So it's like,
Right.
if there's like a teenage
Yeah.
girl, she needs to sound
Yeah.
younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you're playing someone who's like
Yeah,
16.
yeah,
She needs to
usually,
sound.
Yeah, like the tight. It's weird. Like casting shit is so weird, and it's extra in musical theater because there's like
Yeah.
this other package of a voice.
Yeah. You have to.
Like, oh, does she have the look? Does she have the sound? Does she sing? You know what I mean?
Well, some people I think are so
Yeah.
dynamic with their singing too, where it's like they almost can do singing imitations
Yeah, yeah.
of things, which is just fucking
which
crazy.
Is cool, yeah,
It really
And
is crazy.
Yeah, and I don't like want to do that. Like I could sing any style, but like I would
Yeah.
rather just like sing
Like what
the
you want to
way
say.
I sing. You know?
Yeah.
And I don't even know. Like I just kind of naturally was doing like funk and stuff and jazz. I was always doing jazz. And then I was like a backup singer for this really dope funk band, like in my earlier 20s, and just kind of was in that world. And then I started the band that I have now about 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay. And how
And
did
I was also booking music at a jazz club. I just knew a ton of horn players and just was like kind of in there and just like put it together.
just kind of
Just kind of happened. Yeah.
That's like how did you and Zach meet?
We met at
Who's Zach?
Zach
Oh
is,
yeah, Zach is her. I guess kind of
yeah. Co-host.
Yeah, I was gonna say co-host, but I'm like, what is co-member?
He's like
the other side
We
of
started the band together, and he's like the MC rapper, and it's like two funk people kind of switching off. Like,
yeah,
rapper.
basically.
We met literally at one of those like 6 a.m. dance parties. I don't know if you know about that. but
No.
that's
Thank you for stunting on me.
Oh, is that one of
I don't
those
know if
sober?
heard.
Those
Like
one of those sober
sober,
dance? Yeah.
Sober.
It's actually
Yes.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's literally a dance party.
Like before you go to work,
That
rave.
starts
Yeah.
it's like from 6 to 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Really?
What are those
And you
called
go
again?
in, everyone's like, there's Daybreaker. Is
Daybreaker.
Like the big one. That's like the
Daybreaker.
biggest one, probably.
Yeah.
Really?
There was,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Morning Glory for a while. They all had like names like that.
Yeah.
Rise and Shine, whatever.
And there's no. It's all sober. There's
you
no.
walk in,
Yeah.
there's a DJ. Everyone's getting the fuck down. Like everyone came to dance. Like,
Yeah.
And it's like a festival for a little while. There's like glow in the dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can get a massage. They're serving.
You can
like,
get a massage.
they're
What
serving,
the
like
fuck?
elixirs
It's a
and
spa.
like teas and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's very like Burning Man vibes.
It's very
That's really
Burning Man
cool.
vibes,
Okay.
Yes, yes.
but sober,
so
Yeah.
yeah,
without
'cause it's
every
6
single
a.m.
drug that you could ever imagine.
Yeah, yeah. And it's awesome. And you
I kinda
walk
like that,
out,
though.
And you're like, holy shit, it's
Yeah.
10 in the morning. right
Yeah.
now. You're like, oh shit. Yeah, it's like better than a workout.
Do you
It's
think
better than
people will
working out in the
like
gym.
some people
It's cool
go
vibes.
from the night rave to that one to like cool down?
They sober up before
Probably.
it.
That's what I would imagine. Like you know, that's your sober
also
up
Burning
rave.
Man vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, you dry
There's
out at
definitely
that
the people
rave.
that are like still awake at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
Like,
because
let's go to this shit.
I'm thinking,
Or
let's
the
get dressed to go to
alcoholic that wants a sober girlfriend, so he gets fucked up in the night. And then
Exactly,
goes to that
and then
in the
goes to
morning.
that one. Yeah. Hey, what's up?
He's like, "There's no way I'm gonna meet a sober girlfriend out here. Gotta go to the
Look how sober
Daybreakers,
I am,
man."
Then
ladies.
love happens.
I wake up early.
Yeah, love me.
Everyone's like, "Hey, what's up? How's your morning going?" Great. Got up about 20 minutes ago.
You've been to Burning Man a couple times, right?
I actually have not been to Burning Man.
Really?
Yeah, which is surprising to a lot of people.
Yeah, kind of. Well, you dress like that.
Burning Man? I dress like that?
Yeah, you definitely dress like
You
a Burning
definitely
Man.
have.
Like you have like 3
Definitely.
pairs of goggles, like in your room.
I have goggles.
You know what I mean? And like you wear like even that, it's like a
Yeah.
leather kind of satchel
I guess it's
thing.
true.
and-
I guess I got burner vibes.
You
It's-
got burner
it's cool.
I
vibes
got,
for sure.
I got Earth vibes.
Yeah, like desert Mad Max type shit is
Yeah,
going
and
on.
also I just like comic books and shit, and I like
Yeah.
looking like I'm from the future, and I love steampunk and like a lot of
I
those
get you.
styles, and
like what is that?
crosses over into Burning Man,
Like Tank Girl
yeah,
kind
Burning
of
Man's very
stuff.
steampunk, Tank Girl. Yeah, I
Yeah.
Love
literally
steampunk,
have
love
gotten so much
steampunk.
fashion inspiration from Tank Girl.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Tank Girl's awesome.
But a fashion designer was her like the artist for Tank Girl.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes
Fun
total
fact.
sense.
That's why she had so much style.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know who Tank Girl is.
The more you know.
Who's Tank Girl?
Tank Girl.
Tank Girl, it's a.
You wanna go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a comic book. What is it from like the 80s, I guess?
Yeah, like 80s or like
90s.
early 90s.
Yeah, and she's just a dope Australian chick that lives like in the future, I guess. And there's something
Yeah.
about kangaroos.
And there's like
kangaroo
humanoid,
things.
like hybrid people. So there's like
there's
kangaroo human hybrids.
Yeah, like the Ninja Turtles kind of, but they're kangaroos.
Yeah, and she's
And
like
she's
fucking
totally
one.
banging one. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
her
like
She's
boyfriend.
fucking one?
Yeah, she's like
fucking-
fucking a kangaroo
One of them is her
guy.
boyfriend. Yeah.
And it's like,
And there's a movie. There's a Tank Girl movie.
yeah, that movie kind of sucked, but
Yeah.
Ice-T was in it.
Ice-T is one of the kangaroos.
He's one of the kangaroos.
What?
He's like, yo, girl, you crazy.
Right, I forgot about that.
That's such like a
Ice-T
fucking
plays a kangaroo, and he looks
90s
like
staple.
They don't even like make him. He looks
No,
like
no,
Ice-T,
he,
yeah.
yeah, it's like,
like you can tell it's Ice-T under the
Yeah,
kangaroo
under the
makeup
shit,
so
yeah.
hard.
it's so crazy.
Is that Ice-T? That they give him Ice-T style?
In so many
God.
90s movies, they either had like Ice-T or fucking Tone Loc.
Yeah,
In it. Tone
and
Loc
this
was in so many 90s movies.
Yeah, this was before like computer animation. Really, you remember? Some
Yeah,
movie,
so they
like,
just
a
put shit
guy
on
in a
you.
suit. Anything that was like I'm a kangaroo.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
creature in a movie was a guy in a suit.
Yes,
like,
for hours,
real
just getting
eyes. That's why
makeup.
So many movies were
and-
freaky, but
so
yeah,
weird.
It was like that era. It was like
So fucking
where makeup
weird.
was really awesome. But
Yeah.
like, there wasn't computer animation. Yet.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Right.
Ice-T's playing a kangaroo.
Ice-T's playing a kangaroo. Yeah. It's before the days of Kangaroo Jack, you know?
Yeah.
I used to love that one.
It was before Kangaroo Jack. Probably a few years later.
A few years later, they rode the Tank Girl wave.
Yeah.
About 5 or 6 years later.
Kangaroo Jack. Oh my god. They
That's
made that movie.
hilarious.
Yeah, that personally
Anthony
inspired
Anderson
me
is in that
fashion
movie.
wise.
Oh, yeah.
It's Kangaroo Jack.
The
yeah.
hoodie, right?
Yes.
That hoodie.
Yeah. Hoodie and sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's why I wear that all the time. No, Tank Girl was cool. I know you like comic books. You were saying, have you ever like drawn anything? Are you into like? Because I always think you can do so many different types of art. Personally,
I used to draw. Yeah. I used to paint a lot, actually. I
Really?
paint a lot.
I could see that too. Yeah, you do look like a painter.
Yeah.
No, you do. You do. You got the long fucking hair and the shit. You know, I can
was
see you in a
thinking the
giant
same
room,
thing.
canvases and
Artsy.
shit.
A couple easels.
Yeah.
You look like you own an easel. I'm just saying.
You do.
You're freaking out. You're like, I must finish this.
You've got your sheet.
Yeah,
You've got your
Speak to me.
Yeah, I used
Sorry,
to paint
go.
a lot. I used to paint on clothes a lot, actually. I was like really into it when I was like 21,
Yeah.
22. Like,
I fuck
I
with
used
that
to like,
heavy.
sell clothes that I painted.
Yep.
and
Really?
furniture and stuff.
I paint on clothes.
I should do it more again. I used
Yeah,
to paint
dude.
umbrellas.
How?
I guess
Oh,
I got like
nice.
really into like the music thing.
Music
right?
thing,
The hustle or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, and I used to draw a lot. It's funny because like when you're in like a artistic family, like I was, everyone and like one sibling is definitely the one that can draw, and he's the drummer. You're the
Yeah,
singer.
yeah.
You almost are not even as encouraged to do the other things.
Yeah, they
like,
put
I
you in
totally
a-
drew, and there was like drawing books all over my house. I loved doing it, but definitely like Danny was like an illustrator. He's
Yeah.
an illustrator now. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Super cool. Yeah.
I was saying that the other day about drums because I just joined like a female drum line.
Wow, okay.
Oh, fire.
One of my brothers, my oldest brother, was like amazing drummer. I was like, I feel like I would have played drums more.
Yeah.
He wasn't like the drummer. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Because
step
I've
away.
always been into and I was like
He
in the drum
drums,
line.
you
Yeah,
sing.
Parents are just assigning
Yeah.
roles in the
Wasn't
house.
like that, but it was like that. Yeah.
That's some Joe Jackson
And we
shit.
all
You
did
fucking
everything.
sing.
It was like
We can't pay
it
for
was kinda
2
good.
drumming lessons.
Yeah.
No. Danny's got it this week. Danny's got it every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
We can only afford a pencil here.
Yeah,
Draw.
take this.
Yeah, it was kind of good though that we all had our own alley because then there wasn't that much competition.
Yeah.
And we all
Well,
went to
can
each
you
other's little
talk?
recitals
Can you
and
talk
stuff.
about your family a little bit more in that vein? Because I do really find that interesting about you
Yeah.
and like her whole family. Like basically her whole family, they're all like artsy and stuff. Her mom and dad. You
Yeah.
dropped it before. We're like in a band, but I don't know. Talk
Yeah.
about more of that of like growing up and stuff through all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
my parents were both music teachers, and my mom was like a preschool music teacher,
Mm.
and she also ran a day camp in our backyard, which I actually describe as kid Burning Man. Like there was basically like a kid Burning Man in my backyard for like a bunch of years when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Like you would walk outside, there would just be like art projects and like kids putting on a play and like just
Yeah,
kids
kids just running around.
around
and,
a swing
yeah.
set or whatever. So I had a really
There's
like,
a barter
open,
system.
Let's make an art project kind of childhood, I guess. Like my mom was really into all that because she was like an early childhood educator. Just had like art projects coming out of her ass, like.
Yeah.
That's so great.
That's dope
She
as
was
fuck,
the
man.
kind of mom that like
That's so
let you draw on
cute.
the wall or like didn't like let you, but when you were like, look what I drew on the wall, she'd be like, wow, that's awesome. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
She wouldn't get mad.
Oh, wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
And there would be like a wall that you were allowed to draw, like in the basement.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
to paint on this, you know.
Wow. See,
And-
That's so cute.
I love that type
I
of
know.
shit.
She,
Yeah.
my mom was the cutest.
That's
yeah.
really great,
Cutest
man.
shit I've ever heard.
I
That's
have
a
4
fucking amazing.
brothers, and yeah, my oldest brother's drummer, producer. My other brother is like a illustrator, bass player,
Mm.
and my other brother's a costume designer, and he's like
Nice.
on a Disney cruise right now making Marvel costumes.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
telling
wow.
me that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and my
yeah.
younger brother's like a filmmaker.
That's fucking great. And you
It
said
was
there's
cool.
like
yeah, we were always like making shit in the house, like second nature. You know?
that's fucking I don't know,
It was
man.
cool. Yeah.
I'm so jealous of you for that. I think that's
crazy.
so
What a
fucking
family.
awesome,
Like,
man.
I've always like this building. Like I've always lived in like
Yeah.
like a bunch of artists live here doing weird shit.
Oh, okay,
there's
yeah,
shows
yeah.
in the basement. Okay, like
Yeah, it's always
kind of
something that's
always-
happened.
Yeah,
And you grew up in Maplewood too, which is like the
Yeah,
most famous
South
town
Orange,
in New
yeah.
Jersey.
Is it really?
I think so. There's so many famous people from fucking Maplewood.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. It's
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
it's fucking nuts. Like if you don't know Maplewood High School, it's right across from like
Columbia.
New York City, basically.
Gotcha.
And like, so there's a lot of people
Columbia
who go
High
there.
School.
That's what it's called?
Columbia High School, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's Maplewood and South Orange, which for whatever, I don't know the history exactly, but
Yeah.
they're like homies, those towns.
That's so weird.
And they all have one high school.
Yeah.
And the arts program was always really strong.
Yeah, it's, like,
'Cause we're
super
right outside
big.
of New York, and a lot of people's parents were like,
They're like agents and shit.
yeah,
And like
I do makeup for The
executives.
Sopranos, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And yeah, like I went to one of those high schools where the
Yeah.
art was like better than the sports. You know what I mean?
She grew up in
Yeah,
Fame.
yeah,
She grew
yeah.
up in the high school from Fame.
Like our soccer team was really good, and our fencing team was really good. Right?
That makes sense.
And
Yeah,
the
that makes a
football
lot
team
of
like
sense.
wasn't good.
Like,
Everyone knew the
sucked.
football team wasn't that good, but like the marching band was dope. Like the halftime show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
That's so funny.
Everybody went to the football
and
games
the
for
plays,
the
Or
like,
the
all
marching
plays
band.
were awesome. Yeah, and like just all the band,
Yeah.
jazz ensemble one or whatever the fuck
That's
high schools
fucking
have.
wild, man.
Yeah,
That's super cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
SZA's
from
my
there.
high school.
Yeah.
Who?
SZA.
SZA.
SZA, okay, yeah.
Isn't not
a lot of Max Weinberg, the drummer, Eric Hudson,
Erica
produces a lot of
Badu,
Kanye
or
West
is that
shit. Oh no, Lauren Hill.
Lauren Hill, sorry.
went to my high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, there's a
Ahmed
lot of
Best,
people.
The voice of Jar Jar Binks. went to my high school.
Wow, that's crazy.
hysterical. That's my favorite celebrity. Ahmed Best. Yeah. Can't believe it.
Ahmed Best. That's the only reason I know his name. Yeah, he went to my high school. He's from here. The
That's
guy from
fire.
Jaws, Roy Scheider, went to my high school. Random, like.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean,
And now we have Amy
Yeah.
Grace.
it's kind of one of those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope. Everybody that I went to high school with, that I did theater and music with, is still doing it now and like totally killing it. Yeah.
Really?
It's cool.
A lot of people from like, especially actors or any kind of artist that comes from outside of New York City, especially outside of the East Coast. I don't think they really realize how that is a thing. Like there
Yeah.
are these communities around New York
Yes.
and the East Coast, but specifically around New York
Oh.
City, where it's like they just breed, these
Yeah.
fucking amazing artists.
Entertainers.
Like, look,
Bro.
like obviously your high school is crazy, but then like obviously
Yeah.
LaGuardia, and not a lot of people know
Yeah.
LaGuardia, like outside
Yeah.
of New York and
That's
the
a
East
fact.
Coast.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was until I moved here.
Yeah.
But now I know that fucking every famous person
Yeah.
went to
From there.
went to
And I
LaGuardia
didn't
High
know
School.
it at the time growing up. Like we did not like what me and people like grew up with talk about it.
Yeah.
Dude, like we grew up like in a crazy place.
That's
like,
a
That's
fucking
crazy,
crazy
'cause
peak.
Yeah,
I used to be so fucking jealous of that shit because
yeah.
where I'm from, which isn't even that far, it's like 40 minutes
Yeah,
away.
Yeah.
There is nothing, like
Yeah.
none of that. They just got a performing arts high school like 3 years ago
Yeah, that's awesome.
that you can like
Did?
test into
I
or
would've wanted to
whatever.
go to that.
I would have
Back in
easily
the
wanted to
day,
go to
back in
that.
the day.
Before it was regular high school or VOTEC, which is like vocational shit. So you learned how to like fix cars.
yeah.
It was one of those two.
Trade school.
Yeah, it was like you're going to like a regular school or you're going to trade
He's
school.
an oil rat kid.
Yeah.
You're not learning how to sing. Fuck you. You know?
Hello guys, how you doing? I think you noticed that we cut in the middle of this video and you guys are so glued to it. But we have to just we can't only give you all this good content. We also got to give you good merchandise. And right now, here's a word from our sponsors.
And free things. A word from our first sponsor, Good Luck Dry Cleaners. Thank you, as always, for supporting our podcast. We love you. We love you. We love you so much. Phil Reese, you are an amazing human being. Thank you so much for being a part of this podcast.
Got to support another Phil.
Yes,
Always.
yes.
Have
All
to.
the Phils and all the Kyles of the world. Head over to goodluckdrycleaners.com or on Instagram at goodluckdrycleaners. They are an absolutely amazing moving art gallery here in New York City. They hop all around the city and post up for a couple months. They also throw events all over the city that you will not want to miss out on. Most recently, they threw the Ricky Powell event for the Tribeca Film Festival in honor of Ricky Powell, because Phil Reese was great friends with him, and it was just absolutely stunning. So creative, so fun. Absolutely amazing networking opportunities, and they sell awesome merch on their website, along with incredible artists and paintings on their website. If you are an art collector, if you love art, if you need something for your home, if you need something for your body, get a t-shirt, get some pants, get some shorts. They even have markers. Head over to goodluckdrycleaners.com or find them on Instagram at goodluckdrycleaners.
For real, guys. I want to say, like, their merchandise really is like top notch. I mean, I have a t-shirt from them. I also have a face mask from them as well, that I'll be honest, even after COVID is over, I'm still keeping.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because it's something you can use. It's fashionable, first off, but it's something you can use in the winter. It's very versatile. So if you like any of that stuff, cool streetwear, definitely check out their website and definitely attend some of the galleries, man. I mean, New York's cool as fuck, and you're only going to live here once. So enjoy it.
For sure. Check them out. Our second sponsor.
You're scaring me.
Sponsor.
Kyle, are you having a man bun stroke?
Yes, man bun stroke.
I was like, what is happening? I was like, is he a toy? Do I have to pull the ripcord and he starts up again? Like Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah.
He's like, stop talking.
Well, there's a snake in my boot. Our second sponsor of the day is Colleen Jordana Photography.
Hell yeah.
Coco Jordana Photography. Find her on Instagram at Coco Jordana Photography. COCOJOURDANA Photography. She is an amazing artist here in New York City. She is also an actress. She takes actors' headshots, portraits. She does fashion editorial work.
And they're
weddings,
all beautiful.
Weddings and everything of the sort.
Great.
Absolutely amazing work. She knows what the industry needs. She knows what they're looking for. Yeah. Hit her up. She's done some press release photos for us. She has also taken several headshots for myself as well. And we look forward to working with her in the future. And only through the Learning Things podcast can you get 20% off any package that she has running right now if you use the code LEARN20. That's capital LEARN, the number 20. Send her an email, send her a DM on Instagram. Tell her that you listen to the podcast and you want to grab a little package from her.
Hell yeah, guys. You heard it here, man. Take that ugly mug to a person that'll make you pretty. Okay? She'll make you beautiful. She does great pictures. You're going to love her. And she's chill as fuck. Like, she's just somebody you would like to hang out with. And you're going to get 20% off. So enjoy it. For real. She's great.
Holler at her. CocoJordanaPhotography.com or on Instagram at CocoJordanaPhotography. Let's get back into the show. Amy Grace, everybody.
Amy Grace. See you later.
So that's fucking
Same here, dog. If you were like in the Renaissance program, you're like, everyone's like, what the fuck, you're in a Renaissance program? What's going on?
I came up in the time where people thought theater was gay, so you just there was a little bit of like a theater program, but
people didn't think that where I was from because it was like because it was good. Theater was like
exactly.
Everyone embraces it, of course.
The musical was like dope.
Of course. Yeah. We come from those areas where it's like if you were in theater, like
about to get that ass beat,
fucking nerd. Like you're a loser.
Yeah, it was so not like that.
And
it was really diverse where I grew up. Like nobody even cared if you were gay. Like,
right.
The gayest, most rainbow kid ever. Nobody cared about that either.
Oh yeah, they cared.
Yeah.
They cared. Still a good town, some good people, and there's, but it's high school, and also too, like, I feel like the world at large is just, or at least here is like so much better with that stuff now. You know what I mean? I think because the internet and everything, like,
absolutely,
it's way more, like, I bet you now in my town, it's way more okay to be gay now.
No, sure.
1000%.
1000%. And shit like that.
Like, they're painting like rainbow crosswalks in suburban towns.
Yeah,
like, my
like
town has one.
Really?
Totally, yeah. This crosswalk represents how loving we are.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we care about people.
Painted a rainbow on
painted
the
some colors.
Yeah. This is a step for humankind.
1000%.
Yeah, I would say though, not having that stuff makes New York seem so much bigger and almost like better in a way. I will say, like, there's a part of me that's like, I wish I did a performing arts high school, but then a part of me is like, it's kind of nice that I didn't, and then came into this place that seemed so big.
Yeah.
Like you probably feel that way too. Come from Wisconsin and shit. Like I almost felt like I was in the future, dude. You're just flying around.
Like, if I was from, if I was from like somewhere, like Wisconsin, like would I have
You
to
know?
New York? I think about it sometimes. I was like from right here. Like
Yeah,
it's a whole
And it
different
makes-
that's
world.
crazy when I think about most of the people I know I'm friends with. Like you came from like the middle of like
Out of nowhere
you
to just
came
take a
New
chance for
York.
yourself.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Like I did that too, but it wasn't like as crazy
as big,
for me
you
to
know.
do that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, it's
right.
also too. It's like you're stepping out, and I feel like too, like if for a lot of people who go to like performing arts high schools and stuff too, I think when you get so used to performing that a lot of
Mhm.
times, like I think they can like kind of fall out of it. A lot of times, like a lot of people who came from some podunk town or something, they like sometimes kind of had to fight for their creativity, so they
yeah,
come out way
totally.
hungrier
Mhm.
when they come out here. Like I've noticed that, especially
Yeah.
not even just performing arts, but like people born in New York.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people born in New York who don't do shit with their fucking lives.
Yeah.
And are
Just
into
used
not doing
to-
shit with their
yeah.
lives.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
they're like into it.
Totally.
You know? And it's like, then you have somebody from like fucking Oklahoma who's like, I have to get out here to be the best thing that I want to be,
Yeah, it's funny.
It's crazy.
I remember my brother and I were recently joking about that, like, because I think we were watching like Elton John interview or something. He's like, "Oh, I had to express myself, a little gay kid. I played piano,
Yeah.
and
You had to let it out.
we were like, damn, were we like too encouraged as kids? Like,
Yeah,
should our
there's a
parents
thing.
have like thrown away our macaroni necklaces?
I'm
You know
serious.
what I mean?
Dude,
Like,
there's a thing to being
were-
too encouraged. I swear to
we
God,
were,
there
like,
is.
totally like loud, like just make stuff. This is awesome, be creative. But
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, maybe it's not. we're not thinking about it the right way just because it's like, oh yeah, whatever. We always did this. Or,
Well,
like,
I mean,
we always could. Or
it turned out amazing though, so you're
yeah,
fine.
thanks.
Like you're
But
doing what you
yeah,
want to
it's like,
do.
would I have been way more ambitious? Would I be like?
I think
at
that is a
higher level
thing.
right now if I was like not allowed to do it as much as a kid.
I think,
Yeah.
I, mean, I think a lot of people can also say that, especially like artists, kids who grew up as artists or in like a very artistic family, like some of
Yeah.
them like really wish they would have like played more sports. Like
Yes.
I know some of
Yeah.
them,
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
very
like,
true,
well,
too.
I was
Yeah.
also very encouraged to play sports.
Yes.
So I know the opposite side of that,
Yeah.
right?
That's a thing people don't really
Yeah.
talk about as much too.
And also
Or like work out even.
well,
you know what
also
I mean? It's like-
Yeah.
too, like, I feel like not being like able to be as creative as you want to be, like it can help you make you more ambitious, but a lot of times it does hinder you too because you
Oh,
have
yeah,
unresolved
yeah,
childhood
yeah.
issues
Mhm.
now.
1,000%.
So you might,
Yeah.
become an addict or even just an asshole.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
just a
like,
fucking asshole.
just like a fucking dick, and then you can't succeed because
Or
of
then
all that
there's,
shit
like,
you
the
have pent up in
prodigy
you.
complex, like, oh, I was supposed to be.
Yeah, yeah, like, what the
now I'm a piece
fuck,
of shit.
yeah, you know?
Yeah.
But you're right too. Like, yeah, there's a lot less conventional like artist families than there are like athlete families in like type A families, but
yeah.
it is a thing. You're absolutely right.
Like it would be weird if I like brought home a dude that was not an artist at all. It wouldn't be like
Yeah.
weird, like what, like don't date this person, but it would be like, oh, really,
yeah,
really, you like this guy, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's
It's so
how
funny.
like the culture of my family is
Just
like,
is.
yeah, like music, all this shit. Like,
What do you think? Like, if you were just like, hey, I want to be on like the girls' basketball team.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, can we quit
Yeah,
lessons to
sure.
do some drills like how it there?
Yeah,
You know?
I remember I tried out for the basketball team when I was like 12.
Really?
Like my friends talked me into it. Like, should I have the basketball team with us? I did not want to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I did it, and my dad actually was super like encouraging. He was
That's
like,
cool.
shooting hoops with me. and, like,
Really? Okay.
shooting- Like, he had 4 sons that like didn't give a fuck about sports.
Yeah,
I was like,
so
maybe this is my chance. I don't know.
that might have been a cool thing. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, if any of us wanted to do something that wasn't art, I'm sure my parents would have been all about it. But it also, and it never even occurred to me to not do
Art
singing
and
or
stuff.
art, you know what I mean?
That's really cool.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
that's also kind of weird. Like maybe I was good
I think
at
it's
something
so
that I never found
freeing.
out I was good at because I was always like,
I mean, I think that's
I don't know,
everybody
or
though.
whatever. Yeah,
Everybody has some hidden thing that they're probably like an amazing fucking prodigy at that they've never even thought of or fucking
Yeah.
touched. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah,
guy who's
man.
like could be amazing at backgammon, but he's never
Yeah,
played it before.
Yeah.
He could be like
Yeah.
Olympic level.
Yeah,
Yeah, amazing. You know?
Yeah.
Curling.
I think
Yeah, or curling.
Or
There's
curling,
a
yeah.
curling prodigy
I
somewhere in this
that
fucking
has
country.
No idea.
There's no fucking idea, dude.
There's a dimension that
He's the
like
CEO of a
legal
Fortune
levels.
500 company right now. He has no idea how good he could
Yeah.
be at curling. He has no fucking idea. It's crazy.
That's funny. I think it's kind of crazy though. You do kind of get pulled into everything that you're really meant to be doing. Though, you know what I
You
mean?
do,
If you're,
yeah.
if you're listening to the world and you're listening to the universe and you're really just trying to focusing on yourself and following your path, you will get taken to that right spot.
That's
you
a
know?
fucking
Yeah,
fact.
and
Yeah.
even where you got dropped off, like
Of
where
course.
you started is part of it too.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And I think too,
What
like,
family you're in and like whatever you went through as a kid, like
mhm.
it's totally part of the whole thing.
But even just like the energy of the world, because you could have been like led through something as a kid and all that stuff, and you thought it was your passion, but your whole life, the world has kind of subtly been telling you, don't do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you get to auditions late because a bunch of random shit happens to you all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You can't pay rent, so you got to pay. Get rid of your equipment, all this stuff, and it's like, I know people who it's just like bad shit keeps happening in one sector of their life. And I'll never really
Yeah.
comment on it like, hey, maybe you should quit.
Get a day job.
And some of them are great too. So
Yeah,
that's
the
also why I
thing.
won't tell them.
Yeah, it's
Because they have a true gift.
Yeah.
But it's also like, shit, maybe it is just the universe being like, fucking, quit this and pick up golf.
Switch it up.
Switch
it up.
Switch it
yeah.
up somehow. Do yoga
You could be a
instead of
celebrity dentist.
drums. Yeah, you could be a celebrity
Like
dentist.
you wouldn't even be just a regular dentist. You'd be a
you'd
celebrity
like
dentist.
amazing. Yeah. Like there is
You know,
something to that.
Jennifer Aniston's bicuspids.
Yeah.
No, it's true though. Like people are like
Right?
the best at the randomest shit.
Yeah, all the fucking time, man. It's
I'm the
fucking
guy
crazy.
that the celebrities call to plant bushes.
To do
I'm
this.
The guy.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Imagine that being like a
There is
celebrity
somebody.
gardener.
There is. There's somebody
Oh,
in LA
of course.
who was like the guy that
Oh,
did
Fabricio?
like, the Kardashians' house.
he's
You know what I
amazing.
mean?
It's amazing, dude.
It's true.
Dude, his
And
lawn
that
sculptures.
motherfucker, yeah.
It's not landscaping. It's lawn
Yeah.
sculpting.
Lawn sculpting.
His lawn sculptures are
Yeah.
beautiful.
Some Edward
He's a lawn
Scissorhands
barber.
shit, yeah.
This guy.
He's a lawn barber.
My lawn stylist. Fucking.
Yeah, lawn stylist. It's true though.
It is true. It's wild.
It's so
But I
wild.
fucking love that. I love finding people that do these niche things, even if it was lawn sculpting, because
It's
that is
cool.
just, to find your path, to find your way into that career
Yes.
and, that form of art, right? That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like insane. It's like, it's such a beautiful thing for somebody to discover that,
Dude, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, the last guest we had on here was a professional poker player.
Yeah.
And that's an avant-garde, kind of skill to have
Mhm.
at a pro level. It's like something you might see, but you never, there's not many kids who are like, I'm going to be a pro poker
Yeah,
player.
I remember meeting
There's
a
some,
girl
right?
that was like, I'm about to move and be a professional poker player. I remember like meeting someone that was like said that to me. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Right?
Good
Yeah.
luck. Fuck yeah.
Dude, there's some obscure fucking people out there
Yeah.
that do all sorts of weird shit. Fucking crazy, man. You know?
It is crazy. It is crazy.
Yeah, there's some weird jobs. I was even watching something about it's a weird job. The telephone pole technicians and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Those dudes like who work on like cell phone towers and stuff. And it's one of the most dangerous jobs. But here's this, what I didn't realize. They're also like extremely intelligent. Like it's not like they're like electrical engineers.
Yeah.
They're not just like repairmen. I thought this whole time that they were just
yeah,
repairmen.
hang some wires. Whack
Yeah,
it through.
yeah. I
Like,
thought they got some dumb guy
yeah.
to strap some shit on. And but there's a scientist fucking 1,000 feet in the air
Actual scientist. I didn't know that either.
with
I
a
didn't
clip on
know.
his fucking back, hoping he doesn't die. It's fucking crazy.
I didn't know that either.
So yeah, weird professions. Back to music.
To music.
Yeah. But
What,
yeah,
do you, what,
maybe-
do you, what do you think you would be doing if you weren't doing jazz and singing?
Yes.
I don't know.
Cell phone
what
technician.
would your life look
Cell
like?
phone technician. I mean, I probably would be doing. I mean, it's still artsy stuff. It's like set design,
Yeah.
like interior decorating kind of
Okay,
things.
cool.
Or I would totally like run a preschool, like an arts preschool.
Like a Montessori type thing.
Yeah.
Really? Are you good with kids? I've never seen you hang out
I
with
am,
kids.
yeah. Well,
She's probably just
I
like her
grew
mother,
up, Yeah, I
man.
grew up with like children all over my house. Yeah, my mom would take us also to her. She was like the lady with the guitar that shows up and sings to the kids.
Oh wow! God damn.
She did that at like 10 different schools. And
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
like being little. She would like take us with her. Yeah,
I gotta meet your mom. This woman sounds
She's shit. She's really cool.
Oh my god, you should.
She's really cool.
That's
That's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah. Wait, what was I saying?
We gotta have her over for
Preschool.
some some tea and finger paints.
Yeah,
Finger
right?
painting.
But
So
yeah,
good with
being a
kids.
preschool
I'm
lady, yeah.
randomly, like really good. With me and all my brothers, we're like qualified to like watch children.
Qualified
And my
babysitters.
papers.
Qualified babysitters.
Yeah, it's another thing me and my brothers always like joke about is like once we were a little bit older and there was like less kids. Like when we were younger, it was like a whole camp, and then when we were a little older, it was like maybe like 5 or 6 kids would just come over.
Yeah, and just be
After
there.
school,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
And
It's a
my
place for them to
mom,
stay.
like, it would just be like me and my brother, like, entertaining these kids.
Yeah,
But we didn't realize it at the time, you know.
Yeah,
my
of
mom's
course.
doing whatever she's doing. We're like, oh, look, we're gonna make a movie, guys. Like,
yeah.
oh, we're gonna do this, blah, blah, blah. So like, yeah, I'm definitely good with kids. I've taught dance to kids. And,
Really?
Yeah, I was teaching like yoga to little kids for a while.
I can see that.
I've
You
taught
seem like a
art to
yoga
little
teacher.
kids. Yeah.
Baby
Yoga teacher, fucking kindergarten teacher. Teacher works well for you. It does, yeah. You know. Also, you make jewelry and shit too, right? Yeah.
I do
She
a
does.
little bit,
She
yeah.
literally does fucking everything. This is why I was like, have her on the podcast because there's not something she's not gonna be able to talk about.
Really? I can't talk about math.
There you go. Yeah, let's talk about the Pythagorean theorem right here, right now. I can't believe I
Get it in
remembered
the
that.
square roots.
Yeah. Some dude just zips in through the window.
Someone say Pythagorean
Yeah.
theorem.
That's fucking crazy, man. Yeah, no, yeah, that's cool. I can see you being like a teacher or something. I've thought about like
Yeah, I would. I
what
would do
jobs
that,
I'd want.
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
what
I'd
would
do.
you do if you weren't like a comedian? What do you think you would be doing?
You know what's just, you know what's fucking hilarious? I think if I wasn't an artist, I would be like I'd be a manager or an agent. I would still be in like I love it. Like I really do love show business. Like
Yeah.
I like actually performing and I also love the business of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I would be like a major
A major agent.
That's a new position, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a magent, dude.
Agent.
I'm a mixture.
Agent.
That sounds like some sort
It's
of like
momager.
yeah,
Agent.
momager. That sounds like a shitty term like a dumb newspaper would write. Like, you know, in this new day and age, managers and agents are becoming one thing. Agents on the scene. No, I would totally do something like that, or I'd go into business somehow. I think no matter what, I'd be working for myself.
Yeah.
Because I cannot have like people being like, "Hey, would you mind, you know, taking
Yeah.
care of the Johnson report?" And
Yeah.
I can't
fuck that shit.
do it.
Yeah, I feel like all the things I just said are still things where I would be like work for myself.
You know, yeah, where you have this like, kind of independence and you
Yeah.
get to make what you want your world
Right.
to be. That's what I have to do.
1000%.
I'm a sink or swim guy. You know, I don't like holding on to other people's rafts. You know, fuck that.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, what about you?
I think I'm in that same boat, man. I mean, I've
Yeah.
definitely contemplated it over, you know, especially over quarantine and all
Mhm.
that shit.
What about leaving the biz, hitting the dusty trail, and just
I don't know about leaving
starting
it, but
over?
like kind of taking maybe like a new route, maybe just like kind of going somewhere else,
bleaching
for
your
a
hair,
little bit.
changing
the
your
hair.
appearance,
Boxing and
skipping
tips,
town,
yeah. Skipping town.
starting up.
Legit, I'm
Gonna be a
like, maybe I just
roustabout.
need to go away for a while. Like, literally, it's been a pretty crazy 6 years.
One of those
here in
criminals in
New
a
York.
motel, just like totally dyed his hair and just glasses.
Dead ass. I've kind of like thought about disappearing for a while. No
Yeah.
joke, no joke.
Well, what? Yeah, what were you talking about? I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
But yeah, like I mean, you know, I've kind of done that already. I've you know, like actually with the artist that I was showing you earlier.
yeah.
You know, I kind of like was managing him for a little bit while I was, you know, still doing all
Well,
my
dude,
acting shit.
I will
everything
say
like
that I will give this to you. I think you're a great producer.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you're really
yeah.
good at getting other people to do shit, and I know that because you make me do tons of things all the time.
Yeah.
Like this podcast wouldn't be running if it was just me. Like there's usually he has to like text me or Jacob, our intern,
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
hey,
I
what are you guys doing?
You do that too. Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I am a good like producer and yeah, like agent type for
Yeah, yeah, I
sure.
can see it
Like
going,
with my
man.
relations and just kind of putting things together. You know, I'm a connector. I'm a crazy
Yeah, yeah,
connector.
Mhm.
So I think I probably be doing something like that. Definitely on my own.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe have a partner or something
Some
like
shit.
that, and be like managing a couple other people. But like the problem is, I also like to do my own shit too.
I know what you mean.
So
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
like, because I think I'm also good for it. So
yeah.
that kind of a thing. If not, I'd probably be a fucking beach bum playing beach volleyball. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I used to play
Oh.
professional volleyball for
Oh,
like a
that's
couple of
dope.
years.
Nice humble
So-
brag.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
you know this though. You
Act
know
like you're trying
this.
to give her
I don't know.
backstory. Just so you know, I used to play beach
Yeah.
volleyball.
Well, yeah, she doesn't. She
No
I'm
big
doesn't.
fucking
deal.
with you.
She
is,
doesn't
but it's not
know.
big.
So
Pro. You heard me, pro.
yeah,
That's dope.
Yeah.
No, that is
Well,
dope.
listen, I wasn't playing in any fucking intramural leagues.
There you go.
Let's
That's
just-
now
let's
that's a
just-
fact.
Well, let's
No
just put
Zoc
it that
sports
way.
for this guy.
It's Zoc sports. No Zoc sports.
That boy plays for keeps. I tell you right now.
Oh shit,
Oh my god.
that's hilarious, bro.
No, that's
But yeah, I'd probably go back to being a fucking beach bum, man.
Yeah?
It's a good life.
Yeah.
It's good life.
There you go.
It's
is a
really
good
fucking
life.
chill.
Yeah.
Go
just
to the
hang
beach, hang out, work out,
Yeah.
eat good food,
out. Yeah.
teach volleyball to kids and
Yeah.
other adults, and make your money that way, and just fucking hang.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. There's no
That
reason not
sounds
to,
dope.
man.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
low key lifestyle.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the one thing, man. I do think about that, about how not necessarily boring other people's lives are, but a little bit like
Chill.
just chill. Yeah, I mean like boring, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
where
people don't realize how fucking chill shit could just be.
could just be, yeah.
You know?
Like I think about that sometimes,
Your
right?
life could
You
be
know,
so chill, man.
Yeah.
Just fucking chill.
all these fucking to-do lists, and then you're like, yo, there's just like a guy like opening a can of like Chef Boyardee.
Right now.
And that's
Not
his
giving a
day.
fuck.
He just turned it over and then put it in a bowl and is watching TV, and that's his day. And he's gonna wake up and
Yeah.
like not do much else tomorrow, but he also kind of loves that he's not doing
Yeah,
anything
he's
else.
happy.
Absolutely,
He's
yeah.
helping a
It's
lot of
like-
people with his Chef
happy.
Boyardee.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just don't need a lot, man.
You
I
don't.
think
People
I've
really don't. It's insane
It's
how little
crazy.
you actually need.
I've really
Yeah, man.
I've really experienced that when I was traveling, especially when I was in Thailand. There's a little beach called Riley Beach.
We are.
When I went there, it was like time just like stopped, bro. It was like you're literally just in like a time warp
Hell yeah.
where there is no time,
Yeah,
you
So
know,
dope,
and you're just
yeah.
on the beach, and there's monkeys fucking
This is
swinging
fucking-
in the
that is
trees
cool.
above your
Yeah.
head, and you're just going to these little fucking tiki huts made out of like bamboo and like
Yeah, yeah.
scrap metal for the day, and going rock climbing, and
Yeah.
like you're just fucking
Dude.
living life,
Yeah,
like
you're just alive.
you
We're all
know?
just alive.
Yeah,
We're
and you
all
can sit in
just
it, yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
We're all literally just here.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's really hard. It's really hard to do. It's really
It's
hard to
tough.
fucking remind yourself of
It's
that when
hard,
you
yeah.
got
We're
like
all just on this
$1,000,
floating thing.
$1,200 a month in,
Yeah.
rent.
I
or
know.
$1,800 a month in rent,
And there's always something you got
What
to
are you
focus
renting?
on, and you know.
paying to live on Earth.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. It's like, what the fuck? You could just be
Mhm.
laying in a patch of grass right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You can.
crazy.
You still can.
You still can. No, it's true. I mean, I still like, you know, I try to carry some sort of like solitude with me, like some sort of daily thing. Like, I go on really long walks. Like, I go on walks for like 2
Mhm.
hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
like all over, like 2, maybe even 3 hours. You know, I'm serious. Like,
yeah.
I'll walk from like
that's
here.
that's
The
typically when I
city.
can never get a hold of him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where you are.
Pretty much. I just disappear
Going on
from the
walks.
face of the earth. I don't answer calls or texts from anyone. And it's just a way to like be calm, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And I'll like walk
Hell
from
yeah.
like here to like Midtown.
Yeah.
Hell-
Yeah,
what?
calls it- do you walk
Yeah.
back or do you take a train back? Or
I'll probably take a train back. Yeah.
You walk from here to Midtown.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah,
That's
sometimes.
insane.
Yeah. And I'll just walk, dude. I'll just listen to shit, or sometimes I'll just listen to the city around me, and it's just nice.
Yeah.
And it's like meditative because it's like it starts off, you're just walking, then you're far, so like you start getting a little tired.
Yeah.
Then you almost get like a walker's high,
Yeah.
you know, because you're just so in the zone. And you're just like strolling, and you listen to music. I'm always high during it, so so everything's beautiful. It's nice, and yeah, you're just sweating everything out, and it's just like it's beautiful, man. I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's really good to disconnect for sure.
Yeah, dude. I do that. Riding bikes too. Like I told you about that time in the pandemic where I took acid, and I rode a bike from here all the way to Central Park, like looped Central Park, and then back here.
Holy shit.
Mhm.
And yeah, it was fucking
Good bike
amazing.
ride.
All by myself. Like I didn't do acid with anybody, and I was
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this.
yeah, it was
right?
great. It was so fun, man.
That wasn't scary biking when you were on
No,
acid?
oh, it
Probably
was the
so
best.
fun.
Well, because
Yeah.
the most fun
Dude.
thing.
The reason I say that is because driving is supposed to be like one of the biggest, like, do not drive if you are on
Oh,
acid.
yeah.
It's
Dude,
Fuck.
I wouldn't drive. I would
I've
never.
definitely ridden on like a long
Yeah,
run on
yeah, yeah.
acid, and it's so fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Being
biked on
wheels
shrooms and it's
on acid
fucking
is
amazing.
fun.
Yeah, like
I'm
biking.
sure it was similar, yeah.
It's a little different.
Yeah.
Like driving, I'm even scared to drive when I get high
Same here.
because
I
like
hate it.
I notice
Driven
like
by so many
I get
times
so
in my life.
self-conscious. you don't care. She's like fucking Jeff Gordon over here.
I mean, I've like smoked while I was driving a bunch of times.
Oh, I still
hell
do
yeah,
it.
so have I.
I
I'm
still
not-
do it. It just terrifies
Still
me.
Do it.
I only like to do it if I'm on like a long trip
Yeah.
and I'm on like a fucking highway.
Yeah,
Yes.
just, like going
Right.
straight.
Or I
it's just
have,
like,
like-
all right, I don't really have to do much. It's on cruise control.
Or if I have no other choice, like down in Florida,
Dude,
you know, I
can't
couldn't
use
smoke in
cruise
my mom's
control.
house, so I had to like lie and say like, "Oh, I'm going out here,"
Yeah.
and you know, weed's illegal down there, so it's like you have to smoke in the car or
Yeah.
some secluded
Oh.
place.
God.
So I'm driving around and
Sweet,
smoking
like
this
it's
joint, you know.
2009.
Yeah.
Oh, that's frustrating.
But it freaks me out though, because I don't know. I just like started like I mean
You
I pay
paranoid.
attention.
You
Yeah,
paranoid
you
as
get
fuck?
paranoid.
Of course you do.
I'm like, dude, this shit is mad fast and it's
Yeah,
heavy.
Like, it's a machine. I'm controlling it. I'm controlling it.
Yeah, and but your body doesn't
Yeah.
move. You know what I mean? You're controlling something, you're moving, but your
Dude.
body isn't moving.
I've
So you're like,
definitely
the
had
fuck
that
is
moment
this
though
shit?
where I'm driving and I just realized that I have seriously not been paying attention.
Yeah.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're like-
just like stopping at red lights and shit, but you're not like
Oh my god.
paying attention.
Yes. Like there are no, yeah.
Like, oh my god, how am I alive right now? What
There
the
are
fuck?
some of those
Like-
times, dude, where I've just been high and I just continually fuck up behind the wheel. You know, where it's like you say, like red light, and I only notice this red light like once I'm like at the crosswalk.
Yeah.
You're like, is that red?
Yeah. Are
Is
people
that
just
red?
honking at you?
Yeah, is that red?
Is that
Or, like-
really red?
Or is the other traffic light red, and I'm seeing an
Yeah,
angle of the
yeah.
other traffic light?
Which
I'll
angle?
trust my-
shining on the red?
Yeah. Bro, oh my god.
Where's the angle?
That shit happens all the fucking time.
Then all of a sudden you try to turn on your turn signal and you
Yeah.
flip on your window wipers on accident.
Oh
It's like,
my god.
Like, oh,
I forgot.
shit, how do I turn that off?
You had the blinker on for like 20 minutes. Like the fuck
Dude, that is
is
such
going on?
anxiety.
Left hand blinkers is still
Yeah, I remember,
going.
like
Oh.
learning how to drive, and the anxiety of all that shit was like crazy. When you're
Oh.
like 16 and shit's like
Oh.
honk, honk, honk.
And you-
Shit was like ding dong ding dong. You're like oh.
And you immediately
Yeah.
start smoking weed and driving when you're young too. You don't
Oh,
like
yeah,
wean
yeah.
yourself up. Like I got my
Sure,
license.
One of the first times I ever drove, I was
Yes.
high, like pretty fucking sure.
I got my license, and the day I got my license, we went on an L ride. Like
yeah.
that day.
Yeah, that's like what you do.
Yeah.
Guys, I got my
I
license.
picked them up, we rolled a
what-
blunt, and
This is
started
Jersey.
driving, bro.
This
The
is some
first
Jersey
day.
shit. Yeah.
The first
Yeah,
day.
it's like, what else?
Bro, like
This is why we get our license.
so crazy. So long story short, ride a bike if you're doing psychedelics or anything. Ride a goddamn bike.
Yeah.
No,
Do drugs and ride a bike, kids.
yeah, don't drive,
Make
bro.
sure you ride a bike.
Be the one who gets hit by the car, not the one who does the hitting. You know,
Get that
Okay.
paycheck.
slightly
Oh
better.
my god, that's
You know?
hilarious, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude.
So do you write your own music then? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I write like lyrics and
Yeah.
I write music.
Yeah,
I write
yeah.
lyrics and melodies. Yeah, and
Yeah, what's your like process like? That's such a
um,
douchey question.
I know it's
But what? Yeah,
it's
like
different for different songs. Sometimes
okay.
it's like I wrote the lyrics and I kind of have a melody in my head and I'll work it out with like a guitar player or something. Sometimes there's like a track already written and like I write to that. Or sometimes like me and Zach will write like stuff for the band.
Yeah.
It's all different. Sometimes it starts with like the music, sometimes it starts with the words.
So when you write the song, right? Are you writing any of the actual like music, like the instrumental parts? Like, do you write any of that, or
Ooh,
it's
a little
mostly
bit.
the lyrics and
Yeah, mostly I write the lyrics and melodies, but I also
Because I always wonder that about bands.
I don't know.
know?
You can kind of be like the way you can be a director on a set. You can,
Yeah.
you know,
Like, it'll be like,
I'll
stop
be
right there. I like
I'm
that.
hearing something like a do ba da da ba da da do ba da da ba da do ba da da like play
Yeah.
something like that's all you mean like this ba ba da ba da da like yeah like that.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know?
Got you.
Like, or
Got
do it
you.
more like this or do more, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's people just kind of like throwing sounds around.
Yeah.
Like,
And you're just putting all
what
this
about
shit out
this? What
there.
about that? Yeah. Like,
Cool.
I'll do it 3 times and then not the 4th time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kinda,
yeah.
It's like writing a script and adding jokes.
Hell yeah.
It's like adding moments, adding musical moments.
Of course,
and,
yeah.
like coming up with like the arc of the song and like how it ends and what kind of ending does it have.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Is there like anything you're coming up with right now or anything like that? Hold on one second.
Yep. I think it's rolling now. Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on some new stuff now. That's kind of more like Amy Grace
Oriented.
Yeah, not like Big Village of the City, not like a huge band. Just like more like me and a producer and like a drummer, just like a small thing.
Yeah.
I gotta think downsize.
Yeah, you gotta
downsize the act.
You gotta shrink, you know.
Yeah, but then we're starting to pick the band back up again because there's shows again.
Well, it's fucking beautiful outside now, and it's fucking.
We're hosting like a jam this Friday.
Yeah.
Where's that?
At Unit J.
There you go.
Bushwick.
All
Bring your
right.
instruments.
But
yeah, it's
a
like
jam at Unit J in Bushwick.
Yeah.
What
time? Yeah.
What
It's gonna
time?
be body painting and live art. It's gonna be dope.
Sick.
Yeah.
What day is this?
It's on Friday, July 9th.
All right.
And let's say like doors at 8, like probably like 9 to 12ish.
Okay.
Is the jam, and then
Nice.
the party goes all night. There's a DJ afterwards.
Fire.
Fucking
Yeah,
sick.
you
All
should come.
right.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
And you can-
I wish I could. I'm gonna be gone, but
Yeah.
I would have loved to come.
Instruments, rappers, singers, dancers,
Fucking hell. And this is
tap
Unit J,
dancers,
right?
whatever. Yeah, Unit J.
I never heard of that spot, but
It's like an apartment venue. It's like
gotcha. So it's kind of like our shit.
Have you actually been to where Zach lives? I feel like you haven't.
Yeah, I have
Big-
actually. Yeah. That's
like
their-
used to be a factory building.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's it's literally Unit J. That's why it's called Unit J.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's like a big open space. It's like a giant like venue, and they have a stage built in there. Like,
Wow.
legit, like room, and then like the corner of this room is like little living room and kitchen. You know
Holy
what I mean?
shit.
It's like where they live.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they have a bunch of shows there, and there's a bunch of events. So
Nice. All right, cool.
that's where we're doing it.
Unit J. And
Unit
is
J.
there any like projects you have coming up or anything that you want to kind of let the people know about?
Not at the moment, really. That's like the next show I have coming up is on Friday.
Just warming some stuff up. Yeah, I feel you.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
As a jazz musician, first of all, where have you performed that you're proud of? Where do you want to perform in the city here in New York? Because
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm sure you're, I don't think there's a huge jazz scene out in LA. I'm sure you're here in New York for that purpose as well.
I guess, yeah.
But like, where are these spots that you would also like to perform here and, around the world?
Well, I think a place in New York that like most jazz musicians want to perform at is the Blue Note.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
of course.
West
Yeah.
Down in Greenwich Village?
Like, yeah.
Near McDougal, right?
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah,
they
Blue
still have
Note is
amazing music.
classic.
There, like,
Mhm.
and that's one of those venues, like, you're not playing there unless you're like fucking fire. You know
Like,
what I
yeah,
mean? It's not
like
like,
the shit.
let's see how you do. Let's see how many people you bring in.
Yeah,
a bar
yeah,
split,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
You're legit.
yeah.
It's like the cellar of comedy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the other place that's right around there as well too? I think it's called something underground. It has like a
Village
it's
Underground?
really
Village
nice
Underground.
Village. Yeah, I think it might be
Yeah.
They
Village
do
Underground.
jazz there.
That one's beautiful,
Yeah, they probably
man.
do. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, they definitely do.
What about
jazz
what about
there.
like small?
It's known
Yeah.
for its jazz, I think, in the basement.
Yeah,
and shit.
Smalls is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smalls is kind of it's more like hyped up, I think, at this point.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Smalls is dope for the jams, like the sessions.
And
that they
where is
have.
that?
That's like in the West Village.
West Village, yeah.
Okay. Oh, here's a good
Yeah,
question.
people go there like late at night just to play with other musicians. You know?
Really? Okay.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I have a question for you here.
Oh wait, were you
What?
thinking of Fat Cat? You're thinking of
Oh, yeah,
Fat Cat, aren't you?
Cat,
Down in the
which
basement.
Just closed, actually.
No.
What?
Yeah. It
Wait.
closed. Yeah, it didn't survive COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Shit.
Yeah, I heard that. Maybe it's not true, but I definitely heard that. And they have
Wait.
like, all the games and shit, right?
Yeah, they have fucking
Yeah.
ping pong tables, pool tables, shuffleboard, like
Yeah,
all
it's like
kinds
I
of
know this
huge
place.
room
all
with
kinds of
these
board
tables,
games. They
yeah.
had jazz
And
there
they
have
every
really
single
good
night.
jazz there.
Really
Really?
good jazz every single
Mhm.
night.
Huh.
Such a fucking
And it
cool
just
place to
didn't
hang
survive?
out, especially
Yeah,
for visitors
I
to come.
heard that it closed.
Shit, man.
Fuck.
Yeah, which is like, yeah, crazy. Yeah.
That sucks, man.
Damn, that
I don't.
hurts.
I don't know. I don't think it was
That
that place
hurts.
though. This place though was like I only went there one time, but it was known for jazz and it had like a huge history behind it. I feel like the door is red. I feel like the Village Underground actually is the right name.
Probably
it's
it,
like
yeah.
huge, just massive.
Is
But
it
yeah,
Cafe Wa?
no, it's
No.
not Cafe. It's not in that
Yeah, okay.
little group. It's in the area. It's like in Greenwich or whatever. But
Gotcha.
it's not one of those. It's off of
Maybe it is small.
like 7th Avenue or
Whatever.
something. Yeah,
Doesn't
whatever.
Some
matter,
fucking
Yeah, they don't want to
club
hear
in
us
the
try to figure
village.
out what it
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be. You know, I was gonna ask you though because you know you have done jazz for so long and stuff, and I know that shit's a lot of like improv and everything like that. What's like a story of like just like a wild fuck up that you just had to deal with on stage?
That I had to deal with on
Yeah, like what's one of the like craziest
Oh
things
my
you've ever had? Like,
God. I
you know?
mean, I think just generally, like when somebody decides to just let somebody on the stage, like when someone's
yeah,
like, "Dude, I sing," or "Oh, let me dance,"
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, and they're like, "Okay."
yeah. And they just have them on, and then somebody says,
Yeah, and then some like drunk person has the mic, or someone just made it onto the stage somehow and is like dancing, and, like
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to do like breakdance shit. Just kind of be like,
"Break dance."
all right, give it up for this guy, everybody.
Yeah, get him the fuck out.
Yeah. Or just dealing with other people on stage is funny. It's
Yeah.
funny, like when someone just decides to do whatever, or someone's just like getting too into it, or they just do something like totally whack, and
Well,
you have to go with it. You have to go.
that's what I wonder. Like, how is it to deal with? Like, you know, you have like big bands
Yeah.
a lot of times. You have like a solid, like I would say maybe like 8, like 10 other people or some shit.
Mhm.
In addition to her and Zach. So like, what is it like to have that many different like, you know, minds and players
Yeah.
all at once?
Well,
You
I
know?
think what musicians are good at is that, you know, just like listening.
Yeah,
That's
collaborating.
part of it.
yeah.
That's part of like being a musician is just like the feeling and the improvisation of it all. Especially if you have like a jammy band, like my band's a little jammy. We have like,
Definitely.
okay, we're gonna open it up. It's a 20-minute song now. You know what
For
I mean?
real,
Like,
yeah,
we do
yeah.
Shit like that.
Right.
And yeah, it's just really part of being a musician. Honestly, it's just
Yeah.
like the listening and the playing, and then like you can just kind of all feel it. And
Yeah, all
build up
together.
and build up.
That's cool.
And you can there's all the signals. You can be like one more time, or keep going, keep going, or stop, or like this is the last one.
Well,
it's like,
do you ever have somebody who
Yeah.
kind of
yeah,
like,
we communicate a lot.
but do you have to
Yeah.
deal with people as like, I know you have to deal with their egos, you know, before the show, but like during it, like, will there be somebody, because you're a bit more jazzy, is there going to be like a drummer who's going to drum a little bit too much? It's like, bro, calm the fuck down.
Yeah, I mean that's always
You know what I
a
mean? Shit like that.
thing,
Like,
yeah.
how do people's personalities shine through their performances, you know?
Yeah, I mean it does, and it's funny. I think even just the instruments people tend to pick go along with their personality.
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
trumpet
Yeah,
is a
completely.
very loud instrument, and then trumpet players are usually like the guy that's like, yeah, like look at my shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
guitar players, you know, are like
Yeah.
Bass players are usually very fucking chill.
Chill.
Like,
Yeah,
you know?
super relaxed.
Of
Yeah.
This isn't like across the board, but it's something I really
Yeah.
like. You notice that shit. Like
No, it's
people
a
like kind of
fact.
are their instruments.
You know Phil's a bass player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stand-up bass.
I can play.
Phil's playing the stand-up bass 1,000%.
Oh yeah, baby.
All
Doing
the time.
it.
Sounds like his voice.
Boom, 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 boom.
But yeah, something.
Right? I can do it. I can just mouth the bass.
I am a bass.
Yeah.
If someone just takes a solo, you kind of have to go with it.
Has there ever been
However,
someone who took a
sometimes-
solo that you were just like,
Yeah,
fuck
or,
you, man?
or it lasts way too long.
Yeah, you're like-
that's really what it is.
Right.
It's like, yeah, take it solo, but then like after a while, it's like, especially as the singer, part of being a singer is like you're
Yeah.
the front person.
Just standing
you
up
have
there.
to be having the best time.
Yeah,
you
so
know
it's
what
like,
I
give me
mean? So,
something
like when
to-
someone's like really soloing, you have to almost encourage people to listen to it. Like, yo,
Yeah, his
this
shit
guy right
is,
here on the
yeah.
guitar, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? And like,
That's such a good
yeah,
singer point. You're like, yeah. Yeah, finger guns, yeah.
The finger is like a very specific point.
Yo.
I've been to a couple of shows
Yeah.
where that's happened, and I'm
You
like,
know?
I'm like, they're definitely just trying to keep us in this right now, but we all know this is
Yeah,
going
and then
way
you have to
too
encourage
long.
Yeah, it's going off
And
the
if you
walls.
have to just cut them off, just say their name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Is that
Joe
real-
Smith, everybody.
Is that
Yeah.
how they cut that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think that's
I've
like a
always
part of
wondered.
like really being a
Yeah.
good musician, though. You know
Yeah, you
Of
know
course.
when to stop.
When
yeah,
to bow
you know,
out.
and when you get to a certain level, everyone's kind of gotten past the I could play a million notes thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
You're not
yeah,
trying to
and it's
show
really,
out
yeah,
as much.
Yeah, it's about being good at just listening.
You're
and
aware.
knowing like where the song is going, and
Right.
just
Yeah.
feeling what everyone else is doing. You know?
1,000%. 1,000%.
It's also strange too because I feel like a lot of you were saying people are their instruments, but also too
Yeah.
like we've talked about it before. I feel like jazz musicians in general just already are like weird. Like they have their
Oh,
own
yeah.
vibe of
Yeah.
who they are as people. They're all just a little weird.
Hell yeah.
Jazz, baby. Yeah.
Jazz people are weird as hell.
Yeah,
they're
and a
fun,
lot
though.
of jazz musicians
They're great,
especially
though.
get too heady into the music.
Yes.
I think,
Yeah,
because
like
it's very
so-
heady music, and you do
Yeah.
have to be like fucking skilled to do a lot of it.
They're
And,
super
Yeah.
technical.
yeah,
And it's
very
also very much a-
technical, yeah, for such free music, it's really technical.
Yeah, exactly,
you know?
yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's so free that you have to be technically good, otherwise it's going to be terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
it's
true.
gonna be bad, yeah.
Right? Because it's so improvised, and but also
yeah.
the movement of the melodies and shit is just, it sounds improvised, even if it's not.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
written
Yeah,
that way.
yeah.
It's written
Actually,
to-
here's a good question. Do you ever think that some of the technicality in jazz can lose some of like the energy of the music? Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like almost like Eminem, right? Like I like Eminem and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? He's a great rapper. We've talked about this
he's
before.
a recurring topic. on
He's a
the
great
show.
rapper.
And he's
Yeah.
a subscriber, too.
Yeah, and he's a
Yeah,
subscriber.
nice.
He loves learning things. Big fan. Long time listener, first time caller. He's a big guy. He's into it. But he's like, I like him a lot, but he's like a lyrical robot
Mhm.
in a sense, where it's
Yeah,
like
for
sometimes he gets
sure.
so deep into the technical side of rapping.
That there's
real-
no groove left.
Yes,
you
there's
know?
no groove in
You're,
it. It's
just
like this
listening.
isn't good, but it's perfect.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know?
or it is
Well, it
good,
loses the
but
soul.
it's not. Yeah.
It loses the personality. of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you ever see that happening with like jazz sometimes?
Yeah, totally.
Or is that
yeah.
more of a,
Yeah, I think it happens with jazz the most, but it happens with every genre, I guess.
yeah. Because I feel that sometimes with like jazz and metal too is one of the
Yeah, even that.
ultra technical.
It's like we want to headbang.
Yeah,
we want to
and-
be like doom, doom, ga, da, da,
Yeah, you
doom,
give me a
doom,
little
but
bit
you're like,
simpler.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah, you have to like,
Like, come on,
give
dude.
people a break.
Give me
yeah.
a second. This is great. But fuck.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
then once it gets to like a level of like only the musicians know what's going on.
Yeah, only the music
Technically,
robots can fucking,
yeah,
know.
and it's like you can't even dance to it anymore. Like other people can't enjoy this. And
Yeah.
The reason why you're doing this is for them to enjoy it. Not,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's
You're
that's
trying to entertain this audience, not like impress the other people on stage with you.
exactly.
You know?
And I also feel like too, it's like music comes from a fucking primal state. You got to have a little bit of the simplicity of who we used to be in it. You know, like people used to bang on skulls and shit. You know?
Like the songs that hit the hardest are so simple. Too,
right?
You know?
Yeah, that's the whole thing too.
Yeah.
That must piss jazz musicians off so much.
Yeah.
That like all the biggest like pops, like the hugest hits in the world that everybody loves, even they love, usually only have like 4 chords. You know what I mean?
True,
and it's only played with like, you know, like it's super simplistic.
Yeah.
Like that is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's not for everybody, man.
Yeah.
That's why jazz is just kind of in its own category, and
Yeah.
you know, it's not for everybody's ears. Not a lot of people can understand it and connect with it for those
Yeah.
reasons, you know.
Yeah.
But it's in a lot of the music that people listen to now.
Oh,
you know?
it's the root of
like it's
like
hip hop. It's
so much.
yeah. It's like blues, a lot of pop music, even.
It's completely. I
Wouldn't
mean,
really
you
be
know,
a thing if jazz didn't happen.
it was the
Yeah.
first kind of I guess rock and roll type of music. You know, you
Yeah.
could talk about anything. People were like on drugs and shit.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
jazz is,
Like-
Yeah.
crazy, like ragtime when like jazz
Yeah.
first happened, like Jelly Roll, Morton and shit. Like ragtime was like the devil's music.
Yeah, they did not.
And
Yeah,
I'm talking about like the entertainer, like do 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 do.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, do, 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 do,
And they thought that was, like,
dun,
evil,
dun.
yeah.
Like that shit was like the devil's music. Like don't listen to
devil's.
this. Your kids are listening to ragtime. They're gonna get blah blah blah. Yeah, like the shit that the ice cream truck plays.
I know. And now people are
Now.
fighting over wet ass pussy.
Yeah,
You know?
I know. Yeah.
Like, is this song bad? How is it affecting my
Yeah, I
children?
don't know. Entertainer made me move my butt more.
Yeah. Oh, that's the devil's here. Crazy. I suddenly want ice cream. I can't stop dancing. I want ice cream. Let's see. We're kind of wrapping up, I guess, towards the end of this, but I want to ask you one question. This is kind of a big one. As someone who is like, you know, professional singer and all this stuff, is there anything you would tell any younger people out there as far as like the pursuit of that? You know,
I think
what advice would you
I
give?
don't know. I think just do it. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I think most artists would say that just like make your stuff. You know, what I mean? You have a song in your head, write it. And then being a singer can be a journey. You know, it takes a lot to like, for me at least, to like walk to the front of the stage and be the person that has everybody behind them and is like, kind of directing the whole thing. It can be a journey to get to that place, but it's just like just keep singing, just keep making stuff, and all of a sudden one day you'll be the person that like knows what's going on, you know?
Yeah, that's fucking
Like,
dope.
oh, I know, alright, this is what we need to do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's kind of the same for like anything, any art really.
Nice.
Just like
Mhm.
make your stuff, because you know, like it's stays in your head if you don't make it.
Well, also too,
You
it just
know?
you get better
Eats
through
away at you.
practice and
Yeah,
repetition, like
And you
anyway
get better through
too.
practice, yeah.
And you also too, like I was watching a YouTube video about this, about like writing and everything like that, and they were saying write every day, not just because of you know it's good to practice or whatever, but just saying that it gives you confidence in
Yeah.
your creativity. If you write every like 2 months, then once you're writing a sentence, you're like, no, that sucks. And then you write this, and you keep replacing it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just write things and you put things down, and that becomes what you do, then you get way more used to it.
Becomes like what happened, yeah.
Yeah, and you can just rewrite later. One thing. Oh, I wanted to ask you this too. Is there anything you wish you could tell yourself? You know, like as a kid, you know, growing up in Maplewood or South Orange, you know, in your luxurious movie house.
Movie house.
Did we even talk about that? We didn't even bring that up on. Oh my god!
I was going to hit on it earlier.
Yeah, should we say that before you sign off? I don't know. You can talk about
By
it.
the way,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There was just like commercials and shit filmed in my house because it was just old fashioned, like time warp kind of.
It's really
house.
cool. Like if you looked at her house, like it has like black and white tiles. It's on some
Yeah,
like weird like 90s like Beetlejuice
Yeah,
kind of
just-
shit.
Yeah,
like Atomic Family kind of like
just,
looking.
Leave It to Beaver kind of.
It's really,
But, yeah.
really cool. Like very
Yeah.
what they were trying to do in the 90s. You know, they're really
But
into
it was
like
real.
but it was like real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like trying to replicate it, but it was like actually like that.
It was like
Oh my
actually like
gosh.
that. They
That's
they
super
actually
cool.
shot the Strangers with Candy movie at her house with Amy Sedaris.
Okay,
And
yeah.
it's like a cult
Yeah,
classic kind of
yeah.
like
Wow.
movie and shit. Half of the people listening to this podcast are probably freaking out right now.
Yeah, that was so fun. I was like turning 18 that summer when they did that, and we just thought it was awesome because Ian Holm was in the movie with Bilbo Baggins, and this was like when the Lord of the Rings movies were
Oh,
really
so
coming
yeah,
out.
yeah,
So
so
we were
you're
like,
like-
Bilbo Baggins is in our house.
In our
Sir
house.
Ian Holm. He was like the
Wow.
most famous person in that movie. Probably.
Yeah, like, he's in our house drinking a
Yeah.
Fresca right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
He's at craft
So
services
we
at
met
our
him,
house.
yeah. Like I met him in my front yard. Like. But I actually, I
Super
didn't
cool.
meet Amy Sedaris because I didn't know what Strangers with Candy was at the time.
So you didn't even want to. You're just like, whatever.
No, and it was like, it's like one of my regrets in life. I'm like, I can't believe
She's
because it was
awesome.
still right. You still needed like the DVD to see something.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
it was
I was like,
back
cool,
in the
this was
day.
like something on Comedy Central in the 90s. They're making a movie, cool.
yeah, yeah.
And I remember seeing Amy Sedaris like walking around, and her character is like crazy. In this
Oh,
movie,
it's
or in this-
insane, yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck is that? Like, what is this movie? And then
The way she has her
then
face.
after it was filmed, we watched all of the episodes, and I was like, oh my god, I fucking love her. She's my idol. I can't believe she was in my bedroom. She was like my bed. They used
Yeah.
my room as her room.
Yes.
Oh,
I was
Yeah.
like, I cannot believe I
shit.
didn't meet this woman. Like, holy shit. I can't believe I didn't know like what any of this was while it was in my house.
Oh,
Fucking
man.
incredible, dude. Yes, you've had a life, man. You've had a very interesting
Yeah.
life. Cool.
So far.
Yeah. So
Crazy.
yeah, if you were to go back to
Yeah,
that girl,
to that house.
to that house, to that girl, and be like, hey, some shit's about to go down.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to her?
Yeah.
I think just
Step to the left. There's a giant
This is
anvil
your
comes
good
down.
side. I think probably just you're better than you think you are. Have more confidence,
Yeah.
you know, which is what almost anybody would say to themselves.
Well, was that like a tough
Like,
thing
just
for
have
you
more
back in the
confidence.
day?
You're better than you think you are. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was always like really like super shy kid, and like I was in this family. And everybody like knew my family like did that shit, but I was
Yeah.
one of a bunch of kids. Everybody did it.
Yeah.
The spotlight actually wasn't on me that much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As it sounds like none of us really. And I think I just like let myself be in the mix a lot. 'Cause I was one of a bunch of kids. I was one of the younger ones. I was the only girl. I'm like, all right, guys, whatever. you
Yeah,
know?
like do your thing and
Yeah,
I'll
so
help,
I think,
but,
yeah,
yeah.
when it came to like singing and stuff, I don't think I realized how much power I had. I was
Yeah.
like how good you are, you know, like yo, you're good. You should be like out there, you know.
yeah, like doing this
it's
shit.
totally cool, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it's totally okay for you to like turn the attention on you sometimes, you know.
There you go. Well, we've turned the attention on you today, and this is an awesome
Yeah.
episode because of it. So,
Yeah.
there
Thank you for coming on the show.
yeah.
Thanks for having me.
This has
Hell
been
yeah.
Happy 4th of
wonderful.
July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy
By
4th
the
of
way.
July.
Yeah, you let this secret out. They don't know when we record these.
Yeah.
We usually
Oh, now they
record
know.
it.
Now you have to edit it fast. so they
Yeah,
know-
yeah,
they
exactly.
know you
This
didn't like.
has to be
we're
next
just gonna
week.
bleep
Yeah.
out the 4th.
Yeah.
Happy 4th of July.
We usually record this in an underground bunker in an
Yeah, yeah.
undisclosed location, but now you let them know what date we do this?
Yeah, oh,
What's wrong with
no.
you? You're gonna start putting the pieces together. But seriously, no. Thank you. You're awesome to have on the show. You're the shit.
Yeah.
And I'm
You're the
glad
shit.
the internet's getting to know you.
Yeah.
Cool.
What up, internet?
Is there any
Come to my jam on
place?
Friday.
Is there any place you want them to see you? You have any information like Instagram?
Yeah,
website,
Amy
anything?
Grace Music.
Look there.
This one,
Yeah.
Amy Grace Music on Instagram. Amy Grace on Facebook, if that's still a thing. I don't know.
It exists a little.
My band is Big Village Little City. BigVillageLittleCity.com. Big Village Little City on Instagram. All that shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Music, all that shit.
And you guys know where to find us. We put out new episodes of our show every Friday on Spotify, Apple, wherever you can get podcasts, and also on YouTube as well. And you can find me at Phil Risden on Instagram. as well as Grove Street Comedy on Instagram too. Kyle, you want to plug?
Kyle Glenn Ulsberger on Instagram. Ulsberger, ULLSPERGER, KYLEGLEN, Ulsberger. Holla at me.
Hell yeah. All right. We'll see you guys later. Peace.
Fuck yeah.
There, we got to hear a little bit of the voice. There we go.
Yeah. It was nice. Nice little sign off.
We can do a little duet next time. Fuck yeah.
Or no, it's harmonized. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We'll see you guys later.
The mail time?
Yeah, basically.
Blues Clues shit, baby. That's fucking sexy.